Hi, welcome to my video. Today, I'm taking you inside the wheat breeding program, but with a special focus on one simple yet powerful tool, the single spike thresher. Every breeder has separate pipeline, but the one in front of you we are using at UTA breeding program. But every breeding program comes up with a breeding objective, developing better varieties, ones yield more and resistant to disease. And during this process, the breeder works with hundreds or even thousands of individual plants. That's where the single spike thresher comes in. It helps us separate the grain from the wheat spike easily without mixing it. This is especially important in early generation from F2 to F4, where we select the single spike and each spike will go to a separate row called head row. In this video, I'll show you how this machine works. Let's get started. To operate this machine, I would need the single spike thresher, the trays where we put each spike grain separate for planted to plant in a hedgerows, lid to cover the tray, tape, cup, air protection, Sharpie, spikes, and a container to put the spikes in it. So this is an F2 spike. It comes from the field and we made this selection within the F2 rows, but the interesting thing is the seed in it is actually the F3 seed source. So let's come to the point. So if you can just notice this tab on it, so this tab is just because we made the selection, and we made this selection just based on the disease and the yield. So this is our single spike threshing machine. It has different parts in it. So this thing called collection bag, it can collect all the debris excluding the grains, and this transparent thing called clear plastic column, it can get all the grains in it. And we have one clear transparent housing chamber, and this little thing will go up and down. It's called the flap valve. So how it will gonna work? So first turn on the button and put the spike in it. Since this little part is transparent and you can be easily see the grains removing from the spike, once it's done, just flip this upward and all the debris and grains will go this way. Since the grains are heavy and they will stay here down, and all the debris or the bag, all the debris will go this way and they will gonna stay in this bag. So this is the F2 spike seeds. We collected them from the whole family, the F2 single family. Let's see how many spikes we collected. So before this machine turn it on, we need to put our ear protection because this machine is very noisy. So we normally use the planter for planting the next generation, and the planter requires the whole tray. So whole tray has 20 ranges and 6 rows, but the planter we are using is 4 rows planter. So we're gonna put the separate, like it is called like separate row. So we're gonna put the each spike in separate bubble and they will go to the separate row. So we are just pretending that this tray is filled up, and then we'll put this lid on it. But just if you can just see, this tray has 2 notches. So make sure that this notch and these both notches will fit in our planter. So make sure this notch will facing this way. So at the end we will just put label on it that what tray is it. So I label it tray number 1, and I put a little piece of tape on it just for our security. And now look at this tray, is ready for planting. Now you know how to operate the single spike thresher. Thank you so much.